Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the Object 261. It's the Tier 10 Soviet SPG. This one's located on the south spawn of Ruinberg, and it's under the command of Photobomber of DUL. Is that DUL? Oh, my eyesight's going. And no equipment showing, but I'm sure he'll show it, share it with us. DULI, that's it. Got my glasses on at last. Game on. Well, something you may have noticed straight away is that Photobomber is blue. Yes, he's accidentally set light or damaged some other teammate, and as a consequence, they've given him a blue mark, which means that he can be team killed. Not that anyone would want to team kill their Arty. Something we've been actually trying to stop for ages, but it's actually still possible for tanks to turn blue as well as Arty, but it's more likely Arty to turn blue because obviously we're trying to help our teammates, and sometimes they get just too close to the shells or the enemy that we're firing at. Okay, he's gone right into the southeast corner, but he's going to be firing at the town, and with good reason, because there's a number of enemy tanks down there already. He's almost fully dialed in. Can't see the enemy tank, and you only get 20 rounds in the 261. So he has to make sure that he definitely hits something. First shot hits the IS-3 for 323. Now it's 800 alpha, 45 millimeters of pen, 9.5 meters on the burst radius, between 11.5 and 29 seconds of stun. So he can be very effective in a battle. He can also get penetration. Some of these enemy tanks, they do actually are thin enough to actually be penned. It's a tier 8 game. Well, tier 10 game with tier 8 tanks in it, I should say. So he gets a hit on the IS-7 for 215 and stuns the guy. And you can see our guys were quick enough to actually get round that corner and seize that corner of the map. There's a Yak Tiger in the distance. We can't get a shot on him, but we can certainly hit this IS-3 again. He's trying to take out our guy in the UDAs. Well, he gets struck again for 278, and we got immediate damage caused by one of our teammates, but as the stun was immediately reduced, we've got no chance of getting any assist in that one. The enemy are definitely trying to dislodge our IS-3 and IS-7. They're having a hell of a job, so can we help him? We might be able to. This guy backs up, and well, we splash him, and hopefully that stun will be enough to actually help the IS-7. Now he has decided to change position, and with good reason. The enemy is trying to push through the village. In fact, there's a large number of enemy tanks in that village. So he's got a bit closer, and he's now getting a better angle, and lo and behold, we've got a Tiger Mouse. He's trying to attack the UDAs. We fire the round in, and the Tiger Mouse is wiped out with that shot. We accidentally did damage the UDAs, or rather we put him within the stun radius. That might affect us, because if we continue to stay blue, yes, you might get a ban if you damage your teammates. That IS-7's gone up on the heights. We fire a round in, and that stuns him and does damage. Again, he's moving position, avoid counter battery, and also, and now we've got the communications expert running, because the IS-7 took several very big hits afterwards, not just from us, from other people, but he was stunned at the time, so now we got 2.5% extra on the crew skills. Now he's just having a quick look round to see. There's that IS-7 again. He fires snap. And I'm not sure if he actually got any stun there. The IS-7, based on the 261 is based on the IS-7. Same vehicle, but with an Arty on it base. And now he's going to shoot up towards the village. We can't see the enemy tanks up there. We're 2 tanks down on the enemy at the moment. They seem to be doing rather well. Can't shoot that guy because he's behind the... Oh, now he comes into view. We fire snap. Just misses him. SU-130 PMs, of course, are famously very thin on armor, so they make fantastic targets for Arty. You're more than likely going to get a penetrating shot if you can get one round on them. Okay, they lost their Centurion 7-1. Okay, he's loaded again. Now, I can't get that CS-53. There's a Scorpion up near their cap area. Scorpion G. We can't see their enemy Arty. He was having a quick look there to see if he could get a counter battery in. I think their Squall's about to go down to our IS-3. Or is he gone? He's disappeared. He's pulled back. Okay, we're looking towards the enemy cap area where that Scorpion G was last seen. And unfortunately, we just lost our LT-432 to their Scorpion G. So he must be looking straight through that gap. And there's the enemy Arty. He's right up in the corner in this bush area. And yes, normally that is a spot you can use, but it's also fairly dangerous to use it because, of course, it's fairly obvious. Standard reload, 30.68 seconds. And there's that Scorpion G again. Our reload in this one is probably about 24 seconds. Yes, 24.84. He tried to get the Scorpion G, couldn't get it in time. But he's gone into that corner, hoping that he can use the cover. Oh, no, he moved forward because you can see there's some destruction ahead of him there. So he's not in that corner anymore. We've marked the corner. He fires at it anyway. Nope, the guy's moved. Now, we could hit this 704. Unfortunately, he just takes out our tortoise. Is he going to relocate? We can't see the guy there. Our guys have come up from the south area of the east side of the map now, trying to get at these guys. The CS-53 comes into sight. We fire a snap through. Unfortunately, it hits the walls. The Squall suddenly appeared, and he's actually near his own cap area. I think he's hunting the IS-3, but he is headed this way. And now we've lost sight of him, so that might be a problem, because he might be coming this direction. Okay, up near the top we find a Leopard. We can probably take him out with a snap. Yeah, good shot. Nice shot there on the Leopard. He only had as much hit points as a snap to wipe out. 704's got a lot more hit points than Squall was hunting the IS-3. He actually doubled back to go after the IS-3 from a different direction. And we've lost him now, so we are now down to just 5 players left on our team. The CS-53 is, well, not a one-shot, but he's close. The big worry is if that Squall heads in our direction. And the 704, there he is. Bad position for a 704 when we're around. Rounds up. Direct hit right on his rear. That's a penetrating shot. Hit the rear of the 704, which isn't heavily armored. And he's gone. We haven't seen the Squall in a while. And we are still reloading. There's only 3 of us left on our team. The Hawk 30, the Unis, and ourselves. But a few of these enemy tanks are one-shots. We've got hit points, but oh, we've been spotted. It's the Squall. He's coming for us. Oh, what a shot! Wiped him out with a shotgun, a manual shotgun at that, but we did take a bit of damage. And now we're hiding from the enemy Arty because he knows where we are. Now we might still be able to get a shot on this Scorpion. Now that the Squall's out of the equation. Let's see, we should be able to do it. He's loaded. Fires the round in. Oh, we got him! Well done! That's... Well, it hasn't equalised, but it's now 2 versus 3. And it looks like the AVR FS is after our Udas. And our Udas is a one-shot. He's 13 hit points. And unfortunately, he has gone. The CS-53 got him. So now we're the only ones alive on our team. We fire around into that corner. He's still there. Now we need to move. Well, it looks like he's going to try and ambush whoever comes after him. Photobomber backs his rear end up so he can actually get the gun depression, so to speak. This Arty does have 3 degrees of gun depression, but it's not really enough if you think about it. So in this circumstance, actually backing your rear end up so that the gun points down can actually work in your favor. And remember, it's an IS-7, so the frontal armor, well, technically it's 75 degrees, but here comes the enemy, and he wipes out the AVR. And that was a penetrating shot, but now we're basically unloaded. We're loading, and we've got some ram damage on the back chat. But he's got another shell, and that's the end of the game. So, nice 2 shotguns in this game. Well, you cannot deny that Photobomber fought to the bitter end. He even tried to get ram damage on the enemy Arty, but he had another shell spare, and that was the end of our game. But 2 shotguns was very, very good indeed. That was an ace tanker game for Photobomber of DULI in the Object 261. He got a Reaper badge for taking out consecutive enemies with consecutive shots. Yes, he certainly did. He got the Scorpion. Then he took out the enemy Squall, and he took out the ABR as well. And 2 of those were penetrating shots. He got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in that game. He managed to get 18. Got a Gauze medal for doing more damage, exceeding 8 times the hit points for his own vehicle. And when he killed the ABR right at the end, that was his 6th kill. So he got a Top Gun as well. If he managed to kill 2 more of the enemy team, yes, if Radley Waters was on the card. But no, the back chat took the last kill. So, yes, unfortunately for him, but it was still a good fight because he got a win rate of 5,639, which is super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, he got the highest damage in the game with that one, 3,733 hit points, but it wasn't 20% of the enemy hit pool, and that's why he didn't get the high caliber. Second highest damage was the Scorpion G that he killed. He got 3,047 hit points of damage. And the third highest turned out to be the Object 704 that he killed, who got 2,995. When it came to kills, he had that one. 6 kills went to Photobomber, 5 kills went to the Scorpion G, and 2 kills went to the CS-53, the IS-7, and the Squall on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, the Scorpion G managed 1,100, the CS-53 got 1,021, and the IS-7 915, but the top of his team, Photobomber, managed 654. He fired 18 rounds, so he still had 2 rounds left at the end of the game. He got 9 direct hits on the enemy, 3 penetrations, and 11 splash, so more penetrations than I thought. I thought he got 2, but he actually got 3. 3,733 hit points in total, of which 2,594 were at more than 300 meters. So yes, there was a fair bit of damage. 900 hit points of damage at close range. 41 hits received from the enemy. That's down to the Squall, I'm afraid. Yes, it pluses you with small rounds. 1 hit by way of splash damage. 1 enemy vehicle spotted. That's the back chat. 9 enemy vehicles damaged, 6 killed, and he got 940 hit points of stun assist off 6 stuns. On a premium count, he actually made 35,304 credits for the game. He got 40,000 credits for completing a mission, And he got 6,840 hit points for courageous resistance because he got a Battle Hero medal, the Gauze medal, in a losing or drawn game. He also picked up 5 bonds because it was tier 10 and 1,539 experience points and getting another 558 for courageous resistance again. So a very good game, fought to the end, exactly as what Arty Noobs player would do. We don't give up, we don't self-delete. We go after the enemy and see if we can try and win it on our own. And it has happened. We've seen players get Kolobanovs in Arty. It's not unknown, it's not unheard of. And they don't do it by being just alive at the end of an assault game and being the only one left alive on their team. I've seen players win Arty games with a true and honest Kolobanov by killing the enemy team one by one. And it's very, very funny when it does happen. But well done to Photobomber for 2 very good shotguns, one of which was a manual, well, both of which were manual shotguns at close range. He definitely penetrated the AVR FS. As you can see that there, 775 hit points from one penetrating shot. The other one he penetrated, well, it wasn't the Scorpion. So which one was it? It was, in fact, the 704. He got the 704 for 860 hit points with one penetrating shot. And, of course, the Squall, he didn't. He actually overwhelmed the Squall with HE, and that's where he got the kill there. So who else did he actually get a penetrating shot on? Well, let's look up the list and see one by one. There you go. It's the Leopard 1. He got a shot into a Leopard 1 for 114, but it was a penetrating shot and took the guy out. So well done, Photobomber. I hope you enjoyed that replay. Even if it was a defeat, it was worth watching. And thank you for watching.